What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. Atlanta, the mecca of hip-hop. The city that has ran rap for the last 15 years. From Outkast to Gucci to Future to the Migos to Young Thug to Lil Baby to Gunna. Atlanta has become the New York of the South. The place where the whole culture turned its head. But today, Atlanta looks like a house with cracks in the foundation. Atlanta looks like a dynasty crumbling from the inside. And at the center of this mess is one man, Young Thug.
Hey, I talked to Wham on the phone. I said, what you think he gonna give you out that money? I said, you think he gonna give you 75 million or 100 million? He like, shit. I'm like, be always real. Do you think he gonna give you 75 to 100 million on that deal? Be always real. He like, hell no, I don't think they do it right like that. But Scooter Braun offered Wham 150 million. Scooter Braun told Wham, I want to buy your rights, so I'm gonna give you 150 million. Wham said this. Nah, I'm cool. I gotta bring Pete to the meeting. Man, they went straight around Wham and called Pete and bought the whole label from Pete. The whole conversation started from Scooter Braun trying to buy Lil Wham, trying to buy him out of the deal too. He wanted to buy Wham out of the deal. Like, I want you to be with me. Wham like, shit, you gotta talk to Pete. You gotta talk to Pete about that. Man, Pete crossed that red out worst way. I'm on the phone with Wham. He just like, man, Scooter Braun try to have the same deal with me, the same meeting with me. I said, I ain't really doing that without Pete. You know, I'm just solid. Man, Pete go take the meeting without Wham and get the business done. Of course, get the business done for 300-400 million for sure, but goddamn, bro. Everybody in Atlanta know.
So I'm confused. So he testified against somebody?
Man, I understand. I fear for my life. The man killed my friend.
That's what he did?
I fear for my life. Read the
See,
paper.
this is my honest opinion is that it's one thing for the police to be like, do you know who killed your friend? I feel like it's one thing to be like, I know who killed him, but it's another thing to get on sentence. That's fine against somebody.
Nah, ain't no one thing to say I know who killed my friend. Man, who killed your friend?
I'm just a little confused on about him.
Like, the police didn't know nothing about him. P gave the information about him. Like, because the friend died in a spot. So it's like the police get there. It's just a dead body. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea on what happened. The police is like blind to the fact. Like, he gave them the information. Like, man, this man, I know who I seen. This man killed my friend. Y'all not gonna tell me who I seen. One of them. Went to court. Went to the trial. Named Stoner. Went to his trial. Yeah. Did what wrong. You know it. You know he did what's wrong. Not right. No. He did the same thing P did. Stood up in court. Man, that was Wham, that was your get too, rocking with rat. And you be preaching about too, man. You can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. You dead wrong about that anyway. Rat, bro. I understand all that. Help put you on. Listen, man. Yeah, it's a rat. I don't give a what happened. That nigga give me $1 million. Man, you a rat. Whatever you talking about. You got somebody sent the chain gang. Imagine telling them they'll beat the Kato.
Now let me break it down for the people in the back.
We've heard the leaked tapes. We've heard the snitching allegations. We've watched the internet go wild every time a new audio leaks. But this latest one, when he accused Quality Control CEO P of being a rat, when he basically said the Migos didn't really make QC any money, when he claimed it was only Lil Baby who generated wealth, that, ladies and gentlemen, was the straw that broke the camel's back. That wasn't just a jab at P. That wasn't just a jab at the Migos. That was a jab at Atlanta's legacy. Let's call it what it is. The Migos were the backbone of Quality Control. Versace took over the world. Bad and Bougie broke the internet. Culture became a landmark album that switched how rap sounded. And Thug of all people should know that. He knows the Migos made QC a global powerhouse, so why would he downplay them? Why would he say they didn't really make money like that? Jealousy, insecurities, and bitterness. Because when you sitting in a cell, you can't stand the sight of other people still shining. You start tearing down everybody else to make yourself feel bigger. And then there's Lil Baby. PLP Thomas didn't just sign him, he saved him. He took him out the streets. He turned him into a global superstar. He changed his life and his family's life forever. But now, Baby and P unfollowed each other on Instagram. In 2025, that's not just a button click. That's considered a divorce. That's a public statement. And why did this happen? Because Young Thug poisoned the well. Because he made Lil Baby pick a side. And Baby, who's always looked at Thug as a big brother, shows loyalty to the man who helped him. But in the process, he cut off the man who built him. And once again, let's applaud P for a second. He didn't mudsling. He didn't go super low. He didn't respond like a rapper. He went online and said, I'm not a street ninja. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I take care of my family. And he's absolutely right. That's what we should be celebrating. That's what young brothers should be striving for. Not this ridiculous snitching narrative. Not this broken street code that has left more men dead or in prison than it has ever saved. But Thug doesn't want that message to win. He wants to drag it back to the mud. Because if he can't be free, then nobody else can either. Look at this damage. Atlanta is no longer united. And why? Because Young Thug is jealous of everybody. Jealous of the Migos for being legends. Jealous of P for being a businessman. Jealous of Baby for being a new franchise. Jealous of Gunna for being free. It's a pattern. It's a cycle. And it's tearing Atlanta apart. Atlanta used to be a brotherhood. Outkast passed the torch. Tip passed it to Gucci and Future. Future passed it to Thug and Baby. And together they made Atlanta the center of the hip-hop world. But now Atlanta is divided. The unity is gone. New York is rebuilding. Memphis is still rising. Houston is buzzing. And Atlanta is fighting itself. And let's get one thing clear. This is not about street code. This ain't about being real. This ain't about rats and snitches. This is about image. This is about a man who doesn't want to let go of a street narrative that has not done nothing but destroy lives. Young Thug is not John Gotti. You're not a mob boss. You are a rapper. A rapper with a gift who could have focused on building a legacy. But instead, he let jealousy and street code ruin it. And let me say this one more time. The Migos deserve their flowers. The Migos made QC a dynasty. The Migos built the foundation that everybody else stood on. So for Thug to downplay them, for him to say they didn't really make money like that, that's just a lie. It's an insult. It's a testament to how far jealousy can drive a man to deny reality. And so here we are. A legacy that could have been great, a career that could have been immortal. Young Thug could have been remembered as one of the most influential artists of his generation. But now, his legacy is being overshadowed by snitching allegations, by jealousy, by division, by a trail of broken relationships and burned bridges. Atlanta deserves better. Hip-hop deserves better. The Migos, QC, Lil Baby, they deserve respect, not jealousy, not hate, not this constant cloud of negativity. Mark my own words, ladies and gentlemen. If this keeps up, Young Thug will not be remembered as a legend. He'll be remembered as the man who let jealousy rip Atlanta apart. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.